Hey everybody, welcome back to Suburbs of Seattle. I'm your host, Andrey Gulyy, and today we're going to be talking about what the heck is happening in the Seattle real estate market, okay? Because the last year has been a roller coaster, people. Last year, prices shot up, then they shot down, interest rates went up, then interest rates went back down, then they went back up again this year, and it's been quite a ride. So I want to keep you guys in the loop with what's happening right now that I actively see in our market, okay? So let's dive right into the numbers. We're gonna be looking at year to date, right? This time last year, where were we at and where are we at now? New listings, the amount of new homes coming on the market is down 32%. So less people are selling, right? There's definitely more people that are hanging on to their low interest rates that they got over the last few years. And I don't blame them for that, you know? If I got a rate at 2.5%, I'd be in that sucker till the day I drop dead and hand it off to my kids, right? So that's what I would do.
Wow.
But anyway, sometimes you do have to sell, and we do see some activity, but year over year, new listings are down 32%. And with that, pending sales are down 20.6%, right? So also the amount of activity that's going on with the buyers is also down. And that's happening because buyers are confused, right? And I don't blame them either. There's real estate agents that are confused. Even now sitting here, honestly, like I can tell you that starting off this year, rates were actually starting to drop down. And I got the lowest rate of the year for my loan at 5.5%. And I thought, dang, we're in a pretty good streak. And then what do you know? Bam, they went back up to what, 6.25-ish right now. So it's an interesting market, and I don't know where it's gonna go this year, but I can tell you that right now, despite these year-over-year activities, we are starting to see an increase in the local market in the last few weeks. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the last 7 days in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties, we had 843 new homes hit the market and 1,400 went pending. So we're starting to see an interesting trend shift, right? And we're starting to see more pendings than active listings. And this was exactly the story this time last year. I remember there would be 500 homes that hit the market, right? We even had less inventory because our inventory right now from last year is up over 200%. Keep that in mind, okay? So 200%, it's up, but we are seeing more pending listings than active ones coming on. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the rest of the year pans out. Right now, the Fed just raised their rates, right, last Wednesday. And most people that I'm talking to believe that interest rates will be stabilized somewhere in the low 6% mark for the rest of the year. So get used to it, people. I believe these rates are here to stay. Now, I want to let you know that as a buyer, you can still get a rate buy down. And what that does for you is, if you ask for enough money from the seller can prepay your interest rate. There's a few different options. So one of them is called a 3-to-1 buy down, where they prepay your interest rate for the first, second, and third year. And what happens on paper is essentially your interest rate for your home loan is 3% less than what it is today. So if it's at 6.2 today, your interest rate will be 3.2 for the first year, 4.2 for the second year, 5.2 for the third year, and 6.2 for the fourth year to the 30th year. That's called a 3-to-1 buy down. A 2-1 buy down is the same thing, but it's 2% less for the first year, the interest rate, and 1% less for the second year. And then it goes back up to the 6.25 for the remainder, right? If you want to know how these work in more detail, reach out to me at the number below. I'd be happy to help you out and help you understand how everything breaks down for you. Now, what I did when I bought my house just a few weeks ago is I actually got a permanent rate buy down. So I was able to get $28,000 credit from the seller, and we applied it towards my closing cost and a permanent rate buy down. So my rate right now is 5.5 for the entire 30-year loan until I refinance. So again, as a home buyer right now, the market I know is crazy, it's shifting, but at the end of the day, my message is essentially the same to you. If you need a house, buy one. If you don't need a house, sit tight in your rental until you figure something else out. But just remember that as a renter, you're probably paying $20,000 to $40,000 a year, depending on where you live in Washington, right? Around Renton, Kent, you're probably paying 25, 30 grand a year. Up north, you're probably paying 40, 50,000 a year. It depends on your rental market. The point that I'm trying to hit on is all of that money could be applied towards your own mortgage, right? Now, I know monthly payments are a bit scary. You could try to be creative and rent out part of your house and live in the other part. There's options out there for you. So again, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, I'm your guy. Shoot me a call at the number below or go in the description. There's a link for you to fill out a form and I would be happy to help you guys out. So with that, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video and I'll catch you in the next one.